that game ended 1-1, and everybody he started trending again on the internet that should they sack Ten Hag again. Every time they lose, the first question the fans are talking about is if they are going to start sack Ten Hag. He was trending yesterday. Ugarte didn't perform well. Fernandez didn't perform well. Okay, guys, welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Welcome to the show, and I'm here with the guys in the studio, my A team, to discuss all this and more on the show. Well, good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, welcome football maniacs. What an awesome night it was last night in the Europa League. Happy to be here.
Good morning, Nosu. How are you?
You know, anytime a man you draw or lose, John they get this inner joy. But all the same, welcome to the show, guys.
Okay, let's start with the Nigerian Professional League, Nigeria Premier League. Ikorodu United, Ikorodu City 0, Rangers International 1, Enyimba 2, Lobby Stars 1. Okay, let's start with the Rangers game. Rangers actually did well, going away to get 3 points in Nigerian Professional League. It's not an easy task to do, but they went there and scored the only goal, and they won that game, John.
Yeah, I'm really happy for the Rangers fan base, and for the team as well. We were saying it here yesterday that they shouldn't just go and settle for the norm in the Nigerian Professional Football League, which is draw away from home and then come back and win all your home games. Because for you to take what you've done last season up to another level, you need to be willing to disrupt the normal cycle of the MPFL, which means you should be able to win your games away as well as home. And kudos to them for doing it. They didn't need to win by a landslide, but they won all the same, and we're happy about that. For me, I think it shows to the mentality. We said yesterday that game was much more than just an away game. It was a bounce back for the heartbreak, yes, in the CAF Champions League. And I'm happy that they've vindicated themselves, and we are happy that we are marching in the same direction this season. I would love to see Rangers win the league with 10 games to go.
And that game was scored in the first side by Ugweze. 25 minutes, they scored that game. They defended where they were compact. Ilechku is actually a tactical coach. That's why they actually invited him to be the assistant coach of the Super Eagles.
Well, see, look at it. I said they were going to be jet lagged. They were going to be tired from traveling to Esperanza Sagrada. And look at it now. When they came back, they landed in Lagos. Did their training in Lagos, stayed in Lagos, and Ikorodu from the airport is about 2 hours or 3 hours drive. So go there, play your game, enjoy your football, enjoy the environment. One thing you need to understand is when you enjoy the environment, you excel in that environment. But when you're like, oh, I'm not comfortable here, you won't do well there. I know Lagos life is not pleasing to everybody. It's not comfortable for everybody.
They are not there to enjoy.
They are not to play football. See, if you can't enjoy the environment with the stress, you won't excel in that environment. That's for me. And I think they just went there and enjoyed the environment, did their homework, studied the team, did their training. They didn't let the loss from the other game consume them. They let it fuel them, and they went on. They scored a goal. They continued to pressure. John is saying they defended. They didn't defend in that game. If you saw that game,
I said they were
compact. They were compact going forward. But Ikorodu City were compact defending. They didn't really create any chance. They didn't really come out to play against Rangers. They were sitting out for a draw. They just got promoted to the Premier League. So they were sitting out for a draw, and that was why they got the loss. If Ikorodu City had come out to play the way the other teams come out to, the way Remo Stars come out to play, they would have considered more goals in that game. So I'm just saying, this is a way to tell you that we are here in the league to stay. We are here to fight for our place, and Rangers are doing quite that.
Okay, Lechiku marshalling that and getting that one goal new. I think that him doing well. Do you think that they can defend this title, because now they have 4 points? They are even though they have played less games because of continental engagement football. Now they have played the second game. Now they have 4 points. They are unbeaten. But do you think that they can actually defend this title, John?
They have no other option. For me, the way I see it, there are teams in the MPFL that come up 1 year, win it, and then vanish. Enugu Rangers shouldn't be in that fold. They should be looking to win it, stay relevant, and at least build a dynasty. We saw Enyimba come up, win it a couple of times. We saw what's their name now, Sharks FC before they rebranded, come up, win it a couple of times. So you just have to let it not be a one season wonder. Build a dynasty, which is you winning it like Pep winning it now 4 in a row.
I say, no, is he saying that because we are
Build a
we are in
footballing
Enugu?
dynasty.
No, we are
No,
in
build a footballing dynasty. You saw Enugu Rangers and Remo Stars head and shoulders above every other club in the league. There's a reason behind that, and then they've strengthened too. So build upon that last season's result, and the sky is just a starting point.
Well,
Okay,
look
do
at
you think
it.
that they can defend it also?
It's tough, because you saw Kano Pillars has lost 2 games already, and they are still fighting, trying to know if they could just sneak it in. Eyimba is back on their toes. The coach now understands the assignment. He finished third last season. He understands the assignment. He went into the group stage of the Continentals. He understands the assignment. That's the key word, and he's getting wins, home and away wins. Rainbow Stars the same. These were the 3 teams that competed for the title last season. These are the same 3 teams that are coming up to challenge again. So if Enugu Rangers started the season quite early and playing against El Kanami Warriors and playing a draw in that game at home, going away to lose. So I think now they have to sit up and fight. Now, other teams have played 4 games. They are the only ones who have played
2 games. Yes.
Now this is their third game. From henceforth, they have to start looking for ways to win games. See off games, not just score 1 goal and relax. Score goals.
It's not easy to score goals in Nigerian Professional League, but
3-1 is okay as for scoreline.
yeah, okay. Let's move on to Enyimba. Enyimba won that game 3-1 against Lobby Stars. They scored two quick goals in the first half. After that, it was a straight up win for Enyimba.
That is when you say you start your game behind the whistle. Like every other person starts before the whistle because they are ready for the game. Lobby Stars, if they are started with the energy they used in coming back into that game.
That game was 2-1. Just two. The first goal was scored in 13 minutes. The second goal, it was a penalty. 16 minutes. First 20 minutes, Enyimba has scored 2 goals, and
if Lobby Stars started that game early,
lock up sharp.
Lobby Stars started that game early because they equalized the 37. I think 37 minutes.
All the goals
came in. If they have reacted early and stayed on that course, they would have sat down to a draw. Enyimba kind of, I don't know what the mentality the coach is coming with now. He's coming with start the game before the game, score your goals before 20 minutes, and just allow them play around. Because one thing I've noticed is when you have more of the ball, you're creating chances. But when you have less of the ball, you can see a pattern of play from the other side, and you can know when to hit them on the break. And I think that's what the coach is trying to play with now. You score the first goal, you score the second goal, you allow them hold plenty of ball. Then you wait for when to go on a counter attack and hit them on a quick break. Because everybody will be looking to fight back and get the equalizer. So they open up that spaces. I think that was what happened. They open up those spaces behind them and you hit them on the break. And I think Enyimba have gotten that part right. But what if other teams start seeing those lapses and start hitting on the break? Because they let their guard down after 30 minutes.
Okay, then the league table is people that have played, some teams have played 3 games. Remo Star is still top with 3 wins out of 3. They have 9 points. Rivers United have 7 points. Niger Tornadoes have 7 points. Enyimba have 6 points because they have only played 2 games and they won both games. Rangers International is sitting 8 with playing 2 games and are having 4 points. If they complete their game and if they win, they will move ahead of the log. Okay, let's move over to England because this day it happened in England again. Arsenal winning their game comfortably against Bolton by 5-1. And the second one is Liverpool versus West Ham.
Don't look at me, just look at them and tell them the results. No.
So what happened? Huh? Okay, let me start with that before we go to the Arsenal game.
No,
what happened?
Let's start with the Liverpool game.
I will start there.
Let's start with the Liverpool game.
I said this before the game. I said I'm expecting this certain lineup and I'm expecting them to lose. Normally now.
Always giving yourself a caveat.
See, not caveat. I said yes.
Let's go ahead.
Una bear me witness. I talk here for sure. So West Ham will lose, but it depends on how they lose. You've lost 2 straight games or 3 straight games, considering big. The loss they lose now 2-1. You put up a character, fight 2-1, you lose. I understand, but you lose with big margins against Liverpool under 17, against new players, because players that started in Liverpool were new players. I keep saying this: you don't play an attacking midfielder that has for 6 years or 4 years of play for Real Betis. He has only 7 goals and 14 assists. In about 100 games, you have only 7 goals and 14 assists. As attacking midfielder, now they start for me. Souček na defensive midfielder, and he has more goals rating than Sola. Yes, Sola is starting ahead of him. Sola is playing 90 minutes. You not even take off Souček to bring in Paqueta. That's not even a sub. You take out the guy that is faulting your style of play. because the way you now did the sub, you now made this guy play more time because Edson now got a second yellow card, getting the red automatic red card in that game, which means maybe he might just miss the next Premier League game. You're hurting the players on the field. You're hurting the best legs on the field. You know you rested Wan-Bissaka's, Emerson and all of that. Good for them. They have to rest. They need their rest. Mavropanos in defense needs their rest. But going forward, if you start a Bowen, at some point you take him off and bring in a coach. This is match you sweep the two of them. You don't start the two of them. I understand. But when you now instruct your attacking players to play with defensive mindset, they now make mistakes that lead to goals.
I don't know. You are just passionate about West Ham.
No,
No, see,
It breaks your heart.
I said this yesterday. I said we expect Liverpool to win that game. I expect Liverpool to win that game because they will come in at that game. But when you start, you score an own goal because the goal will even score an own goal. Not good, but an own goal. You score the own goal. You play like that. They scored first. You play like that. At least, even if you're going to lose, at least 2-1. Would they reasonable? Say fans, they say, okay, you're just coming in, we'll give you time. But you keep losing. You lose against Chelsea 5, lose against Liverpool 5. What is not the use of bringing in a Todibo and Wan-Bissaka?
What is not that game?
It started. What is not the use of bringing in top defenders? What is not the use of bringing in players like workhorses? Because Sola na workhorse, Carlos na workhorse. What's not the use of bringing in these two? According to them, we call it tactical midfielders. These two tactical workhorses. What's not the use of bringing them in? If you are going to concede 5 goals in 2 back-to-back matches.
Okay, John. If you look at that game, if you have to give credit to Liverpool, even though they played almost their second team, they actually introduced some of their.
No doubt. See. Now, so just rest this thing first because you guys played a Liverpool. In fact, I don't know.
You guys played a Liverpool.
Wait.
This man make last match. This man make Jackson look like a world-class player. This match now, he's making Kwanzaa, 17-year-old defender, look like a world-class defender.
The bottom line is that you and Barrow and Bolton are in the same level. So West Ham, Bolton, and Barrow. In fact, 20. Both all of them are there the same level. Nothing you want to tell me. See.
Look your back. Who is yesterday your back?
I don't care.
How many trophies they get for Europe?
Right now.
No, look your back. How many trophies they get for Europe?
Right now. You guys are in the same bucket. Simple and short.
Now they tell you that yesterday your back.
You guys are in the same bucket.
But I get one.
That's just what it is. You guys are in the same bucket. How do you start? Let's even look into your team now. How do you start the way you started that game with the players you start? Like the lineup from the goal is just a no. You are facing Liverpool in any competition. You put your best foot forward. Why wasn't Antonio starting? Why wasn't Paqueta starting? Why wasn't some of these key players you look out for in the side to be in place not starting? And then secondly, I understand.
So Danny Ings not a problem.
That's calm down.
I hear you.
Another one I'm having as an issue is when you play a new pairing at centre back. You are more susceptible to errors from the back. But then you should have the 2 DMs in front of them. They should have give them a lot more covering. We didn't see that yesterday.
Now let's start the talk now. You're attacking midfielder. They misbehave.
We are seeing a lot of leakages.
From the midfield.
In fact, you should go and rebaptize that guy's name. It's no more slow motion Gakpo. You should go and pay homage to Gakpo.
Because it dealt with them.
What are we not saying? Look at from the flanks. How many of those opportunities came in? You made Gakpo was a superstar yesterday.
Gakpo was a superstar right from time. Also, slow motion. He be in the
place slow motion. See, don't call him that name. Go and see the God. Go and
plays against Man City and Chelsea. We know
if we not saying because I saw that game. It was 2-1. I was like, okay, at least they try save face. But let me go and do one for the road and come back. I was like, EM was even this. I was like, what's happening here? What's that? Kilo shele. What did they saw? You know, the whole thing was just. I was like, no. Enough. These guys need to go back to Division 3 and build again. But it's fine.
See, like I said, this man. But you know what I thought? Say he failed. People, different. Is La Liga is different. There is different atmosphere. Now the same wolf. As they talk, now the same wolf go Europa League semi-quarter final under Nunes to Santos. See, this man come one carry then go relegation.
Okay,
The only mistake that man made was not starting his starting level, and you can't blame him because he has multiple competitions to contend
He
with.
starts his starting 11 against Chelsea. What happen?
Okay, let's move on from. I know, no, so you are passionate about West Ham,
No,
but
it's heartbreaking.
I keep
You
saying it.
lose
You,
with, lose
you
with.
just set yourself life for heartbreaks.
No, no,
like
no,
there's
no.
no way your team will win the Premier League. It may be your lifetime.
Me and Arsenal are in the same category.
Well, I know Arsenal has won the Premier League.
Champions League, they never win, but I don't win Europa Cup.
Now you sabi that one. Okay, let's move on to.
Now you sabi that one.
Let's
No,
move on-
no, true now.
Let's move on
No,
to.
in Premier League now, winning Man City.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, let's move on to Arsenal. Arsenal winning that game
Yes.
5-1, and Wanere scored 2 goals.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
boy is good.
Sterling scored 1 and assisted 1 against Bolton.
Yeah,
Sterling on the score sheet, good game. Giving an assist, good game. One Eric's first goal was an assist by, as I think was from Declan Rice. Look at the build-up play to that game. You know, when I talk this thing before, I thought say if person no dey make another young player play for that position, he go get the hunger to bench the guy. You understand? When David Silva was about leaving Man City, they were playing this guy under him as an undergrad. As he left, he as in, you know, if he compete with him for that position. Now Foden is like, if Foden is not in Man City's side, you don't know who to play there. It's the same thing that's happening at Arsenal. There's no other guard. If there's Trossard, play Trossard. If there's no Trossard, play one area there. Big game, small game. He will show up. He will turn up. If they turn up, when against Tottenham, where everybody said he shouldn't start, he should play from bench. When he came in 30 minutes after into the game, he showed up. He turned up. He created 3 chances. You get this match now. He created about 6 chances. 4. Sorry, he created 4 chances, scoring 2 himself. You get creating chances for other people to score goals. That's how to know a good player. This guy, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you don't have a Kai Havertz, if you don't have an Odegaard, play me one Eridier. He's a workhorse. He is creative. He's not the likes of. I will compare him to some people that people don't like to see this comparison now. You can't compare him to the likes of Gallagher, who will just run and take careless shots.
Sometimes for a young player to thrive, the system have to be right. Arsenal, because of the way they play, they dominate the ball. You can, for example, City, if you put a young player in this City side, there is no way he will not play well. I think he helps the young player, but Sterling scoring and assisting another one.
You know, fantastic performance from Sterling is what we love to see. You know, I saw that game yesterday. I was super delighted because you just see a team. If you look at the way they set up, it wasn't even the backup goalkeeper. It was the
third.
Yeah, it was like third wheel or fourth wheel at this point, and the guy still played a solid game. Yes,
Neto is cup tied in this
yes,
Carabao Cup.
he's cup tied. He can't play, and I was happy with his performance. Look at the back four. Just Kirill, Calafiori. Look at the guys on the full back position. Those are young bloods, and then this also goes back to tie into what we've been saying about Arteta at his time at Arsenal. Young players are given opportunity. It may not be in the Premier League, it may not be 50 minutes in the Premier League, but they get game time. And once you get game time, Baba, it's on you now to show yourself. That's just the main thing. And I'm happy for Waneri because he face showing shoe shine. And he Baba back 2 goals. And that makes a solid case now, you know, for him to break into the first team. But if you do not put in the performance when you are being called upon, nothing for you in this football.
We all said this yesterday that Luis Kelly will be starting, and he started in left back position, and he did well. These are players you need to be looking out for. He's a midfielder. I felt like this is a team again where if you're playing with a 3-man back. The other guy plays forward, as in Kelly now will come forward and play in midfield, while he allows Declan Rice and other people to roam. You get playing good with and pairing good with the other defensive midfielder, allowing other players to roam, do that, and I think that was what made Waneri go forward a bit more and score his goals. It's just the way it is. If you understand the side, if you understand the setup, you can play anywhere in the pitch and you will do well. But if you don't, it's over.
Okay, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live on YouTube now at Vote FM Sports. When you go there, drop your comments. I'll read your comments. I will be reading your comments here in the studio, and I have some comments here on our YouTube channel. Remember, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, let me read some of the comments. Okay, Tibi Emmanuel is saying people they rest players, even West Ham. They rest players against Liverpool. Now, wow. Others the rest.
You
You go
guys
rest.
rest.
Instead of you to
No.
go play your
Senior man, I cite you.
full 90 minutes, full
You
11
know,
the rest
if
players.
you get players who supposed to play that match, you know, day. George Ati supposed play, he no day.
Emmanuel Okitipi say he's also saying Enyimba is doing me well with my guy as their goalkeeper. Oh, okay, probably his friend is their goalkeeper. Yes, Enyimba is actually doing very, very well for in this professional league, Nigerian professional league. They have played 2 games and they have won 2 games. Emmanuel Okitipi is saying, check that young man playing right back for Arsenal. Wonderful young player.
Yeah.
What's his name? John find me his name. I think he did very well. Jotopia is saying at Okitibi, e no shock you. I was shocked when I saw the bench. Do you understand? I think Arsenal played two young back
Josh Nichols.
They played 2 young back as their fullback, and
fullbacks,
the other one gave that pass to Sterling before Sterling crossed that ball to score. Arsenal to 1-0 to score that goal.
I think that's Luis Kelly's pass.
Yes,
see, Luis Kelly that played left back is not a defender. You know, last match he came in and everybody was like, he defend. Now midfielder the guy be, and he has vision. I think he has more forward passes, and in this Arsenal side, he will have more forward passes than Jorginho all season.
Well, Jorginho was sitting deep, and he was the captain for that night. Okay, they are now the next round of the Carabao Cup has been released, so I'm going to give you the features when it's time. We're going to discuss. I think it's about next month they are going to play the next round. Okay, now all the games have been played, and the next round of the games are. I'm going to give you the features now. Brentford versus Sheffield Wednesday. Southampton versus Stoke. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City. That's the big one. The game between AFC Wimbledon and Newcastle. When they play that, any team that qualifies from that play will going on to play Chelsea. Manchester United is going to play Leicester. Brighton will play Liverpool. Preston versus Aston. I think Aston should be winning that comfortably.
Walk through.
And Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace.
They give teams from Manchester tough teams. See Man City go play. Manchester United go play. See tough team they give those people. Then they don't come London. London clubs they play. They do soft life.
Baba, you know be London club. Our market now.
They give us hard work now. They give us our work too hard.
They give us a FA Cup final for third round.
Imagine.
Okay, let's move on to the Europa League. Europa League was played yesterday, and we are going to be talking about Manchester United, because Manchester United again drew that match after going 1-0. The 20 came back to score, equalize that game, and I went on the social media and everybody was actually mad. Everyone was blaming Ugarte. Everybody was blaming Fernandes.
Nobody was to blame these 3 players.
They are saying that they should now sack their coach, that they are tired. Even though it's social media and real life are not the same thing. But Manchester United, the main thing they kept talking about when I was reading that is that they don't know the style of play. They can't. Nonso has been arguing that he can see the style of play. I watch these people. I don't see what they are playing. For 3 years, for example, everybody can understand what Maresca is doing. We talked about that in our podcast. In case you have not seen it, go to our YouTube channel at Vote FM Sport. We talked about the progress Maresca has been doing. You go there, you see what we talked about. We talked about Maresca. We could see what Arteta is doing. You could see what Manchester City is doing. But Manchester United, their fans, it's not me. Their fans are saying, top people are saying that, come on, what is happening because sometimes they are not organized well. But let me give you the fixtures of the results of yesterday before we talk about Manchester United. Early kickoff, AZ Alkmaar played a 3-2 win against Elfsborg. Bordeaux played against FC Porto. They won FC Porto by 3 goals to. That was a surprising result because everybody was expecting Porto to win. Somehow they lost that, even though that their opponent had a red card in that game. But somehow they actually didn't win that game. And Manchester United played out a 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw with Twente. Twente is from Netherlands, and they played out a 1-1 draw. Dynamo Kiev 0, Lazio 3. Anderlecht 2, Ferencváros 1, Nice 1, Real Sociedad 1, Galatasaray 3. And PAOK, or sometimes I just call it PAOK 1. And our guy Osimhen had an assist in that game. So Osimhen actually he had not scored a goal, but he is creating chances for it. Even in the weekend, there is this chance that he used his chest to
He scored in the
In the
Turkish league,
Turkish
but this
league,
is the
but
first
not
game.
Come on, they
This is the
removed
first game.
that game. They removed that goal. They gave it to another person. That
This is
first
the-
match, they removed that goal and they
This
gave
is
it
the
to another
first
person.
game in Europe, and he made an assist. Clear cut built. I think he himself created 3 chances
Yes.
and had 1 assist to his name. And you say this is a guy that everybody expects to be scoring goals, but yet he is having an assist. So,
Okay,
let's see.
The other result is Ludo
Groitz.
Groitz 0, Slava Prague
2.
2. Okay, that's the result for the Europa League. Okay, let's start with Manchester United because Manchester United drew 1-1 in that game. If you look at that game, John, what is wrong with Manchester United? Do you think that they should allow Ten Hag to be building in case he is building something in his mind? But sometimes you have an idea in your mind. You think about something, you want to make it work, but in reality, nobody is seeing it. But generally, what do you say about Ten Hag and Manchester United?
For me, it's always hard to get optimistic about Manchester United, even under Ten Hag. Forget about the Ten Hag issue. But watching that game, I was kind of, livid with the side. Even that game should have ended a loss to Manchester United.
Yes.
If you saw towards the end of play, they had a fantastic opportunity to score a dying minute goal, 20 to win it. The problem was that the guy who had the opportunity, Manchester United played with a highlight. They came out and this guy sent a long ball. The player got on the ball and released your cross to the other guy because the defenders were not tracking back. He didn't release that cross in time and it was intercepted. But that shows you, when you come to the Eredivisie, you talk about the Ajax, you talk about the PSVs, you talk about the Feyenoords, and then maybe after 6 teams, you now consider 20. That was the opposition we saw. You see, when Manchester United fans were celebrating their win over Barnsley,
You say after 6 teams.
you talk about FC20.
After 6 teams.
You talk about FC20, yes. Because you have to talk about the AZ Alkmaar, the other teams there in Eredivisie. So
where they finished the table last season.
forget about that one first. I'm not talking about that because you won this guy 7-0 in the Carabao Cup. Their fans were all over the moon. I'm saying Babana Barnsley, just to put things in perspective. Now you have an FC20. FC20 that should have been a stroll in the park. FC20 that you close your eyes, use one hand and you give them down X and you win the match.
No combat to the football.
And you can't even win the match. Like, what's happening here?
Okay, John, if you look at that game, Ugarte started that game. Again, Onana started that game. Onana considered that goal again. That goal that everybody is expecting him to save. He will concede that goal again. But generally, this Manchester United team, if you look at it, use your coach. You say you are a coach, right?
Yes.
If you use your coaching eye and look at it, where do you think that these people, and do you think that they will still get this thing right? Whatever it is that Ten Hag is trying to do.
It will take time.
It will take time. Okay, Lance, what do you think?
Okay, look at it now. Man United. Everybody eye for Man United. Now big team. When you are big, you are big. You get no doubt about when you are big, you are big. Man United too big for people to handle, so they always find way to the go is criticize. You get if as Kylian come Real Madrid, fire. Everybody was on their toes criticizing. Now Papa is confused and proving everybody wrong. Then Eric Ten Hag came first season. With all the crisis Man United had in his first season, he finished 3rd. Man United fans saw the pattern then. Everybody saw the pattern, but they still found something to criticize. Why would he be finishing 3rd?
Yes.
You get second season he finished 8th, won the FA Cup. Why will he be finishing 8th? Then they always find reason. This match, first match, he played a draw. You get. If you're saying you are not seeing a pattern, let me now bring you to the light. Last season he considered 5 goals against Crystal Palace, home and away. Considered the most shots, considered the most goals among the big 6 clubs. Considered the most shots, considered the most goals. This season so far, how is the result? How is the numbers? What are the numbers? He went 4 matches without conceding more than 2 goals. 4 matches, 3 clean sheets. When last Man United pulled that off? Even against Crystal Palace, we felt like, okay, they were going to win Crystal Palace, maybe, but 2-1. We all called that Crystal Palace were going to score goals in that game. What happened? Dean Anderson was a world-class goalkeeper in that match. Onana had to stand up to the occasion.
We now saw a progress. See, if you cannot compare last season and this season and see improvement, then you are not a football fan. Let's be honest about it. If you cannot see the result of last season and the result of this season and compare them and see improvement, you are not a football fan. It's just the way it is. So any fan that is telling me that he's not seeing improvement in my United side should go and rest and start watching table tennis.
Okay,
You're not a football fan.
do you think that if they finish outside top 4, they should keep Ten Hag? Outside top 4.
Outside top 4, you are seeing a pattern grow. You don't expect these teams to just come in and expect instant results.
After
I
3
said
years,
this before.
After 3 years, as you probably are the owner of Manchester United. After 3 years, they are not playing Champions League. After they didn't. Ten Hag, you brought in Ten Hag, but all the players you brought this season, but they finished outside top 4. If you are the owner, what would you do?
I'm the owner under
no, wait, you are the owner now.
Because because
I don't club.
No, I don't get club because you know when we made this analogy with Arteta, you said it was 2 different owners, the Edus and the other people.
No,
the Edus and the Crankes. See, now wait, now Ten Hag now don't come in first 2 years now under the Glazers. No, wait now.
I'm seeing you.
You know now the same scenario now. I know people. If I come now the same scenario under Kroenke, Arsenal they bring money by player. You know that one. He's stingy. Under Edu, they buy players.
They were building stadium for crying out loud, man. Don't even say that. That's not
Ineos thing they build stadium now, but they still get money. Ineos thing they won't build the Old Trafford. They won't build the Old Trafford, but they still get money to buy players. Understand? Real Madrid they build stadium, but they still get money to buy players.
Okay,
I will not forget. Backup build stadium, they still get money to buy players.
Do you know why I like also a guy on this field that I should just say.
See, for me, if you ask me as the owner now, what was that your question again?
If they finish
outside top 4 this season as the owner, will I keep Ten Hag? My brother, Manchester United have a trend of they are almost in the same category with Chelsea. Higher fire. For at least 3-4 years, can we just stop that madness?
Okay, Ten Hag should
and
just
keep Ten Hag on his job. But look at where me I have a problem now. The players in that team are not good enough. Let's call it as it is.
Who is buying them? It's not the Hag that is buying them.
But that's the problem. So the man is the one laying his mattress and he's lying on it.
He's making improvement to the side. The players on that team, like we all said in the first season and second season of Arteta, that he did not inherit a good squad. He started bringing players. Now under Glazers they go buy player, we go sell them jersey. Just like what this guy was doing with Barca at first. You go buy player we know what's 200 million. You go buy a club. They go sell jersey. Yes, 300 million.
Now branding and this thing be that one. They want
so now under Glazers they do them. But Ineos team just take over. Now Ineos team first year be this, and after Hag third year. So you don't just expect instant change. So Ineos they bring players where they fit, fit into Ten Hag style of play. It's trained gradually. You are seeing it on. If you say you're not seeing it, then I don't know the evidence.
See, for me,
I'm seeing it.
I think
and I know
the only
it's
problem
working.
I'm seeing at Manchester United is we should have a radical upheaval. A radical upheaval is, you see these guys, and you may not like the names I'm going to call now, but I'm going to call them because I don't really,
Rashford number 1.
I'm going to see a radical, starting from Maguire.
Definitely, I support you for that.
Away.
Coming
into midfield now, what's his name? Ericsson. Bye. Rashford. We don't need Gen Z. You can go. Who else is there? Let's get rid of some of these players who are just enjoying £300,000 in the club. I'm not doing anything. Let them go. For me, why isn't Garnacho starting every game? 1, 2. Can we get another young player that is as agile and capable on the wings that can provide? And then look at your forward line. Can we get in somebody that can bring out the best of our striking options? Bruno is at his wit's end at Manchester United. Bruno should just come out and go somewhere and go and sip Chivita and enjoy himself, because the team is too much. I feel looking at him play, you look at the players, you look at the teams, the way they play, and Baba is overworking himself. They should get somebody in to support that man.
What are you saying? Mount is there.
No, who be Mount? Who be Mount?
When did you talk? Speak that English again. Optimal or radical, optimal and radical.
I said it before this season started that if I was Manchester United owner, as season is ending, I'll call everybody into my office,
Now,
one
see,
after the other,
you
with
see-
paycheck on my table.
You see what you
Get
see
out
what
of my
you
club,
see
take your
what Chelsea
paycheck,
want. You
get
see
out.
what Chelsea want to do with this guy Chilwell. The thing man is supposed to do with Shaw. Victor Lindelof of the same thing. He's still in the side. Yellow don't go injury, just come fine. I'm just saying you will give him time. Ineos team just came in. You should give him time. This is like a new Ineos team. Ineos team. I have an article in my phone. I screenshotted that article. That article was written in 1987 before they even bombed my papa. 1987. No, nah, joke. Before they even bombed me. 1987. You know what that article says? Ferguson out. That was in Ferguson's first 3 years as Man United coach. He no dey anywhere. For that first 3 years, Ferguson no dey anywhere top 10. Oh, sure you know.
Normally now.
But article, because social media no dey that time, so you must print and no be just article for back middle page of newspaper, front page. Like the article cover half of front page to tell you how the critics did that time, 1987. Yes. Make person print front page newspaper.
Same thing under Arteta in his first season. A couple of bad games. We are seeing a lot of things in the press.
See, if na first season, I go understand. Say these people are just bad belly people. You get. But after 3 years, you go print article. So an article happen now. That man now can go on to win series of titles.
I think the problem then is that I think the problem now actually with the Hag is money spent. If you see how much
the money spent on that years. On that, you see, Glazers,
that's the problem.
You know, under Moyes, I said this, and I felt like Moyes would have succeeded at Man United. Moyes would have succeeded if he was given the time. If he was given the time, Moyes priced Maguire. I go use this Maguire will go by 80 million. Moyes priced Maguire, so they bring him for him. You know how much Maguire was worth there? £4 million. That's go and price him. £4 million as of 2013. Oh, where was he playing? He was playing at Hull City. Moyes saw him, said, I want this kind of defender in my side. They said he was not Man United quality. He was not Man United quality, only for you to get him in 5 years later for 80 million. You just like me person, they tell you, say, come buy land for this place. You say, no, that land don't be my quality of land. Now, how much is that land? 100 and something million. You don't pay for them again, but because what you have in your pocket is like 60 million. So that's what
should not be swallowed by money spent, because before the Ineos team came in, most of the expenditures wasn't him. Yeah, and the only one we can only hang on his neck is the Anthony. Yes.
Apart from Anthony, the rest of them, I still have this agent that called. Even this guy that scouted Haaland for Dortmund. He called Man United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said, "Get me Haaland." They get me other players. They were credible players that could play for Ten Hag. They called on phone. They called Glazers on phone. They called the management of Man United on phone, and they were not taking their calls. These are scouts. These are agents that have good players, and they were not taking their calls. So, and men are not put up for Ten Hag. Now, you're small.
We have to see, even though we don't know the plan for this season. We don't know the plan for this season, but personally, I think if the Ten Hag is there at the end of the season and he didn't qualify top 4, I think it's going to be hard for them to keep him. Except he's going to qualify outside top 4 and win another trophy. Maybe they might keep him, but depending on how he finishes at the end of the season, I think they will probably give him end of the season for him to actually, let's see this plan coming out. Probably that idea in his head, probably he will find a way to execute them and get it right. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports, and I'm going to read some of the comments before we start taking calls. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, when he showed why he was promoted to the main team. Yes, he really played well. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, can Manchester United ever be consistent? One day good, the next day awful.
Yeah.
Jetopia is saying, Man United is very funny. Chelsea is becoming better than them. Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, you can't spend as United did and still be like this. That's the problem I just said.
Yeah.
It's the money spent. You can't be
under
spending money.
Now, under Kroenke and under Edu is different.
Emmanuel is saying, but this Osimhen assist is supposed to be given as his goal because it was a goal. It was goal bound. Then he is saying again. Emmanuel is saying, Alonso, I disagree with you. With the amount spent by Ten Hag this season, there is no improvement. So I think what Manchester United fans are looking for is improvement. They want to at least show improvement, even if you are not winning games. You cannot play awful. You cannot play rubbish football and still not win a game. It depends if you play
saw that game, you know they didn't play rubbish football.
Well,
They had more of the possession. Though Eriksen lost that ball and he led to a goal, they had more of the possession. They had more chances created. Ahmad on his own created 4 chances. Garnacho came in the second half, created 3 chances. Rashford throughout the game created 4 chances.
So
Bruno,
At
king of-
the end of
Bruno,
the
king
day,
of-
clinicality up front.
So-
And I
so-
want to
so-
the
so-
next
so-
time.
guys,
Yes.
Nobody.
Sometimes-
As in, these people had a way of shutting down you from
sometimes it's
scoring
not about
goals.
no, it's hard for a team to play a full 90 minutes without creating chances.
You know-
but the play is,
you know-
if you see a general play, for example, if you play
The general play was okay.
even Bolton created a chance.
Both in the whole game created just 3 chances.
What
and
I'm saying
scored
that
1 goal.
when you play a game, you cannot say they created 4 chances. Why not? They try to create chances.
See, okay, you know what? There was one debate between Cesc Fabregas and I think it was Cesc Fabregas and Thierry Henry. We'll get into that debate one of this podcast. You know what the debate is? I still go back and watch that debate and I'm like, okay, fine, let's see how it goes. He said between creating chances and burying chances, which one is harder?
It's not about which one is harder, which one is more valuable. At the end of the day, you create 1 million chances, you don't score a goal, you don't win the match.
The thing is,
It's all for nothing.
No, the thing is,
all
Fabregas
for
said,
nothing. Now,
Fabregas
come
said
on,
what
man.
is more harder. Even Fabregas agrees say to score goals they harder because now only you won against goalkeeper and defender. You have to be quick in decision. You have to know where the post is.
Okay, you can now join the conversation with us in the studio if you want to call us, tell us about this Man United game or the Rangers game. Call us on 0706 048 5853 0706 048 5853. Okay, let's take this call and get. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning.
Name and location, please.
My name is Chukwudi from Enugu.
Okay, Chukwudi, what is your contribution?
My contribution is about Manchester United.
Okay.
How can Manchester United play a draw against another club on touch? Where did they fight us for Europa this month? They don't say the thing happen like that. Look at the kind of ball Manchester United playing like this. Consider a last time in goal against a club, a small club, a little club. Even when not you tell that we play against them, if you already go tell them that in that defense, they are doing like 5 goals. Without conceding.
Okay.
Without conceding. And then the people, let's just come and give the man a little bit time.
Okay.
Little bit time.
All right.
And now they understand that Chelsea is better than them this season.
Yes.
Better than them this season. And
Okay.
it still be better than them in series to come. For them to understand that they'll give us the respect that we wanted.
Okay.
No fit win trophy with the mouth. We don't bring mouth. They did this in Champions League. Then came out to the Premier League. Is group.
All right. Thank you very much.
Now the thing that only I tell you that my body is doing now.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well again. Sorry, I can't hear you very well again. Okay, you can call 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Emmanuel from Camp.
Okay, Emmanuel from Camp. What is your contribution, Emmanuel?
My contribution, I support John for this one. That Man U players, that lazy players is there.
Oh, okay.
That Man U players need broom. Make them take broom. They sweep their legs. If they go, your footstep will be removing out. Like Dalot, starting from Dalot, Maguire, Rashford. In short, even those new players, all of them, they are lazy. Their playing pattern is boiling. I support John, even that coach is supposed to leave finally, and Donana, all of them is supposed to leave. That people is making us attack you. They are bringing more for us. We are not getting ourselves. Tell you.
All right, thank you very much.
It's like they're giving them heart attack.
That's the problem.
But see, the thing is, if you're not seeing the pattern, then I'm not sure you understand.
Manchester United fans are telling you they are
You
not
must
happy with
see-
their own
see.
club.
Okay, now wait.
You're not a United fan.
No,
You
I want
can't
to ask you this
know.
question. I'm like I said, I'm a football fan before I became a West Ham fan or Man United fan. What was the tactics Real Madrid was playing with against Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of Champions League last year?
My own is that even if you play defensive,
This
you are not getting
question.
results. The problem with Manchester United, you are not playing
What's
well.
the tactics?
You are not even getting results.
You know, in that game, I was looking at the tactics. I was like, there's no, as in, after 60 minutes, I'm not tactics again.
You say Real Madrid, Abi.
Yes.
When you get to a level, you are allowed to do anything you want.
Exactly.
When you win the Champions League 15 times,
Exactly.
what, Baba? If you sleep for 60 minutes, wake up and score one goal.
You tell me it's not time for rest now. They can sleep for 1 hour.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Chibike calling from Agreba.
Okay, Chibike, what is your contribution, Chibike?
I beg. I want this now, so I beg. Blessing also like this. Well, that's why the play let's leave West Ham, go follow Fulham now. So that we can put your chest. I want for you.
3 years ago, where I did Europe. I go Europe. The team say I not just go mark attendance. I go 2 semi-finals and I win 1 in 3 years. Which other team fit do am?
People talk about Mayu. Then they say their coach just dey back Ajax players dey come. This is an Ajax protocol. So they give that man time and do what he want to do. In his time.
Okay, he needs time.
If he go back, if he go 20, if all of them packing players with Ajax, maybe they go back Ajax with United.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay.
He said, may they go back Ajax United.
Yeah, he's buying all the Ajax players. Okay, today's game in the Europa League, I'm going to give you the features now. Malmo versus Rangers, Fenerbahce versus, that's Jose Mourinho's team,
Yes.
versus Union St. Julius. Then Ajax versus Besiktas, Tottenham Hotspur versus Karabakh, Roma versus Atletico Bilbao, Frankfurt versus Victoria Pleasant, Lyon versus Olympiacos, Braga versus Maccabi Tel Aviv. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and
Morning.
location, please.
Okay, Chris Santos, I'm calling from Enugu, Liverpool guy.
Okay,
Welcome.
good. Welcome to the show.
Nah, my already big they play yesterday, and I asked for the
Adio.
Don't you know that Ericsson is a player?
He's from Ajax. Yeah, he moved from Ajax.
All of them now, even six defense in the Netherlands. So all of them, like I asked versus FC20, the Netherlands league they play yesterday. All I know, Man didn't play a bad game. Only Iraq, they didn't have there are a lot of chances lost. That ball that's supposed to be in the pool, but unfortunately, couldn't go. So they played well. Is it that they didn't play well, but only luck? That is the problem. So, but they should give the coach a chance to perform.
Okay, let's take
Thank you very much. At least you saw the game well. Thank you very much.
Okay, in the Spanish La Liga was happened yesterday, and Barcelona continued their perfect start of the season. They won that game against Getafe by 1-0. Lewandowski scoring the only goal. That is 7 wins for Hansi Flick. John.
Hansi Flick is on a roll, and you know, yesterday's game you need to win ugly sometimes because they got the early goal, but they played very compact and they were able to hold out for the win. And I'm happy with it. At the end of the day, 3 points is on the board. Barcelona are building and moving stronger. That's what matters.
Look at when we were here yesterday, I called out for a wake-up call from these guys Getafe, and look at what they played like yesterday. They gave results, but I'm not looking at the results they gave. It wasn't enough.
Yes.
They fought. They came out to play Barcelona, but creating those chances, burying those chances was now a bit of a problem because they kept. I don't know. You started the season with a loss, played 4 straight draws or 3 straight draws. They went on 2 straight lose again. Now you're losing it. As in, then you draw a game. So it's like you lose games, you draw games. You don't. When you're supposed to be winning, you're drawing them 0-0 draw.
2-0 lose. You don't score goals, you don't bury your chances, and it's hurting them. If they don't wake up against Barca, they are not going to wake up this season. Maybe I think now we're looking at the likes of Greenwood coming back into that side, because I think he was a shining light for them last season, because all the goals he scored kind of helped them into where they finished last season.
Yeah, but Greenwood is no longer there right now.
So as he's no longer there now, they need to find a way or find a person to take over and replace him.
For me, my only problem with Barcelona yesterday is you scored one goal, you're defending your game out. For crying out loud, why isn't Ansu Fati playing?
Well, it's probably it's not really has match fit.
Ansu Fati has not been match fit for some time now.
He should get some game time, even if it's 5-10 minutes, for crying out loud.
Okay, let's see the other game that happened in Spain yesterday is Girona versus Rayo Vallecano. It ended 0-0. Yes. For today's game, fixtures is Las Palmas versus Real Betis, Espanyol versus Villarreal, Celta Vigo versus Atletico Madrid. Celta Vigo versus Atletico Madrid. What are you guys expecting in that game?
Well, I don't know Celta Vigo all the way, because I feel like they've kind of had a gel over the years. But Atletico Madrid decided that he's still trying to find how they can make the new players fit into the side properly. And good news in La Liga again, I think Barca will be signing a new goalkeeper. They've agreed a deal already.
Yes.
Szczesny. So
is coming.
He's coming, and let's hope the Barca wins the league this season. And let's hope that Atletico Madrid perhaps call that. Now they might want me to win league actually.
Atletico
Madrid, yes. That's my club to be honest, that's my club in Spain.
John, what do you think about that game?
Atletico should be winning, but for me, there are still some things they need to get right. Once they get it right, they should be winning and, competing this season.
Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, we are getting calls. We cannot be taking other calls again on the show. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about this Manchester United game, because Manchester United, their fans are really, really, really angry. Okay, we have one comment here on our YouTube channel at Vote FM Sports. Okay, Amechi is our caller from the UK. Sorry, we cannot take your calls now. Okay, we are behind time. Okay, this is how we are going to be ending today's show. Thank you for joining us today's show. Please, we are live every day on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. When you go there, please subscribe to the channel, like our content, and please share our content. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. We're going to talk about other games that happened today in the Europa League and other games that is happening today in the Spanish La Liga. My name is Godwin, and thank you for joining us today, and have a lovely day. See you tomorrow.